Amdi, unsure on how to approach his elder brother, came about his apprenticeship, and unable to reach his father by phone, finally gathered his courage one Sunday evening. "Senior brother," he began, "please sir, I don't know if I can discuss something with you." Kem sat up from the sofa, turning down his radio. He looked at Amdi. "Young man, what is it?" he asked. Amdi, fumbling for a start, simply asked, "Sir, I just want to know if you've heard from father and mother. I really want to know if they are doing well." Kem smiled. "They are fine. I got a letter 2 weeks ago, and he asked about you. He's not feeling too well but he's recovering," he added. "I'm going to the warehouse tomorrow. Make sure the shop is well arranged and create space." "Okay sir," Amdi replied, still standing. "Anything else?" Kem prompted. No sir," Amdi stammered, then quickly changed his mind. "Yes sir, please, you and father didn't say how long I will be serving. I've been with you for 8 years and don't really know when my apprenticeship started or when it's going to end." Silence filled the room for a few minutes. Then, Kem took a deep breath. "I plan to travel home by the end of the month," he said. "When I return, I will give you a reply." Have you ever wondered what truly lies beyond the ordinary? Hidden in the whispers of forgotten tales and the echoes of untold adventures. Stick around, because on this channel, we're not just telling stories, we are unearthing them, one captivating mystery at a time. Welcome to Stories Platter. Kem traveled home and returned safely after a 4-day stay. A few days later, he told Amdi to come home after closing the shop for the day. That night, Kem told Amdi to go to sleep, then woke him up early the next day, at 4:30 a.m., for a discussion. Amdi, though tired, quickly sat up, already guessing what it was about. Mother and everyone sends their greetings. Papa is not feeling too well, but he's recovering. And about the question you asked the other time, I discussed with Papa that I will settle you in 3 years' time. As you know, I settled 2 boys at the other shops within the last 11 months, and as my brother, I know you will understand." Kem's words brought a flicker of hope, though Amdi still didn't know what his settlement would be. Life and business continued as usual as Amdi looked forward to the end of his apprenticeship. As the second year closed and a few months into the third, there was a steady flow of goods being moved out of the shop Amdi managed, on Kem's instruction. Soon, the shop was almost empty. By the end of the third year, it was time for the settlement. Kem and Amdi traveled home, marking Amdi's first visit to his hometown and family in 11 years. Everything and everyone looked different. His friends who were still around flocked to the house, filling the air with joy. Throughout that evening, Amdi stayed by his father's side. They talked, laughed, shared quiet moments, ate together, and finally slept. That night, Amdi's sleep felt different, like true rest, deeply satisfying. The next day, Amdi took a walk to greet their kinsmen and explore the village. He was surprised by the level of development and pleased to see the houses his elder brothers, Kem and Oliver, had built in their compound. This tale is far from over, and so are the captivating narratives we share every week. If you are enjoying this, help us bring you more by hitting that subscribe button here on Story Platter. Tales served hot. Emotions served deep. That evening, Amdi was called into what looked like a family meeting. His father, mother, and Kem were present. Kem began, "Father, as I promised from the start, I will be settling Amdi this year, and we are here today." Everyone cheered. "I will be honest, Amdi has been a good boy, and I am not only proud of him today as my brother but also as his master in trade. I must confess, he learned the trade so fast that after his first 2 years, I made him manage the shop. He also has an eye for business, as my customers and colleagues confirm that." Kem continued, "Initially I agreed to settle Amdi here with 1 million naira and a shop which I discussed with father, but I will be very honest, some of the projects I have at hand and the ones I just completed really shook me financially. And Amdi can confirm that the shop he manages is almost empty. Please, father, mother, I would like to plead for an extra 2 years so that I can gather myself to settle him properly. Amdi stood in stunned silence, unable to believe what he had just heard. He was unaware of any financial crisis, as his brother's other shops were thriving, unlike the one he managed, from which goods had been steadily removed for months. Tears welled in his eyes as he struggled to grasp the situation. After a few minutes, Dumemi cleared his throat. Kem, we've heard what you said. I know how business can be, and my prayer is that it shall be well with you. Before I continue, I would like your mother to speak. My own, he said, fondly calling her. You heard what Kem said. What do you have to say? There was a moment of silence, then she finally said, my husband, I will stand with whatever you say. Then, Dumemi looked towards Amdi and asked, Amdi, what do you have to say? Amdi remained quiet, his face cast downwards in absolute disappointment. Dumim finally said, Amdi, please excuse us. As soon as Amdi left, Dumim cleared his throat and with disgust he said, Kem, you disappoint me. What was all that nonsense I heard you say, and the effrontery to say it in front of that young man? Why didn't you tell me this first? Then I would know how to handle the situation. Well, since it has happened this way, and I know the emotional injury this would have on Amdi, I insist you settle him by whatever means you can. After a bit of back and forth, Kem finally said, I can manage to raise 400,000 and leave the shop he's managing for him. Dumemi called Amdi back in and subtly managed the situation, presenting Kem's offer while assuring Amdi that his brother had his best interest at heart. The evening ended on a quiet note, heavy with mixed emotions. This tale is far from over. If you are enjoying this, help us bring you more by hitting that subscribe button here on Story Platter. Tales served hot. Emotions served deep. The next day, Kem presented the 400,000 naira to his father for Amdi and promised that the shop key would be given to Amdi as soon as he returned. Prayers were made, and that same evening, Kem traveled back to his base by night bus. Amdi stayed back, feeling utterly drained from the unexpected turn of events. What will Amdi do with the meager settlement, and how will he navigate the complexities of starting his own business in a city that has already shown him its harsh realities? Will his father's quiet wisdom and his mother's unspoken support be enough to guide him through this unexpected new chapter? Make sure you click on the subscribe to get notified when the next episode drops. Subscribe to Stories Platters. Thank you.